Wait a couple seconds for the thing to start up. Hello, everyone, and welcome to VEDA number 22, take 2, because I just accidentally fluffed the recording, and now I need to start again. And today is the weekly pickups. It's what we do on the Mondays. And yeah, let's get started, shall we? First, we have Obscure on the Xbox. This is $4 paid, very nice condition. I have had a I'm sorry, I need to just quickly grab something here. I have had a chance to buy this game for $4 disc only before, so I'm very glad I waited to get it for $4 complete. It's a survival horror game based in a high school, sort of in the style of slasher movies, according to the back of the box. Very interesting box art. It's got its original tips call line there. And here's something I want to point out, and this isn't the only game that has one of these today. Like this software support. So like, for example, if you want. If, like, you're having a glitch that you need to fix or something. Like, I don't know what the frick they expect you to do support. But I know why they exist, because frickin' read some of that there. Read some of that. If it all decide to focus on the... Can I make it focus? Can I force it to focus? It's not going to focus, is it? Come on! You can do it. You can do it, boy. Come on, my little mobile phone. Screw it. I'll just read it. It's not working. It says, calls cost $2.48 per minute. Thank God those days are behind us. This game came out in 2004. That's in 2004 money, 15 years ago. $2.48 a minute for some guy to, like, ask how to get through a level. That's going to be several minutes. Like, that phone call is going to cost you about the same amount as the game, and that's crazy. And that's not the only one of these games to have one of these. But yeah, I'm very happy to have that, $4. Next one was $5, which is a bit more than it's really hitting the ceiling of what I usually spend for a sub $20 game. Is a Micro Machines V4. I do also have Micro Machines up here. The original. Well, at least I think it's the original. I haven't played... well, actually, I did play a bit of this, and it wasn't really gelling with me. It's quite a difficult game. And I do like Micro Machines on the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I have both Micro Machines 2 and... Oh, actually, before we quickly keep talking about this, just want to compare the covers of this with, Project Zero. Look at that, they're almost, negatives of each other, which I find pretty cool. I'm actually going to put this in a white DVD case for anyone who saw the, stuff I do that other game collectors don't VEDA, and it's actually, you can see it right there, where I'm pointing there, that white Wii case there, that's going to go on this, and I think it's going to look very nice. Yeah, and so, yeah, back to Micro Machines, sorry. I'm going to give it a bit more time, because I think I just need to get used to it, but yeah, very modern-looking menus. I'll say that, very modern-looking menus. Quite impressed with that. But, yeah, it's just, yeah, I'll just give it a try. In fact, I just wanted to quickly point out, like, I love the old ACB rating on this one. It's, like, all worn out, which goes with the horror aesthetic, but, like, yeah, it's a pity that the white case won't be able to keep that, because they looked really nice back in the day before they went to this, like, big block, giant-ass, freaking hide half the artwork color system. Anyway, our next one, I spent $11.25, so around $9, which together puts us up to $20.25. And this game was quite exciting. It is Afterburner 2 for the Sega Mega Drive. Bought at the Cash Converters. They were having a sale on. It was $15, so I got it down from $15. And very excited to have this. I played Afterburner Climax in the arcade a little while ago. And yeah, it was really enjoyable. I can't wait to play some. In fact, I really can't wait. But why don't we play some together? Right now. I know this is a little bit unprecedented. Let's take the cartridge. As you can see there, it's clearly, Afterburner 2. Also stamped all over with Videoland. This is a rental. Videoland is something that went out of business way before the big two, Video Easy and Blockbuster. No, you Americans didn't get Video Easy, but here I am taking this this Afterburner 2 cartridge. I'm taking it down on the TV, putting the TV on. There we go. Got the Mega Drive all out. Coincidentally, normally it's hidden behind a bunch of PS1 games, but for some reason today it's out. And I'm gonna take the controller here, and we're just gonna turn that on, see what happens. Produced and licensed Sega Enterprises Limited. Okay, here we go. Let's turn the volume up a little bit, yeah. Oh! Interesting, I didn't realize Afterburner 2 had like, what's this, Aztec themes? I don't know, let's skip ahead a bit. Ah. What does that say? Alicia Dragoon? They're not fucking Afterburner. Somebody has pulled a bait and switch on me! But yeah, so I plugged this in because I was really excited to play it not long ago, and it's friggin'... It's Alicia Dragoon! So I can only imagine that some urchin has, at some point, like before the rental store went out of business, swapped over the board because he wanted Afterburner 2 instead of Alicia Dragoon. I mean, that's a bit of a random one. Like, it's not a sports game or anything. And it's like, Alicia Dragoon is actually held in rather high regard, I understand. It's a bit of an interesting game if we can just quickly get up to it. Like, you move along, you can select animals to help you. You have this, like, auto-targeting, thing. You can jump, like I won't play too much of it, but, yeah, that's actually really disappointing to me. I was really looking forward to having a, not complete, but case and cart copy of, Afterburner 2, and now I don't know, like... I do have a return period for this that isn't up yet. So now I'm trying to work out, you know, should it stay or should it go? Like, I do really want Afterburner though, but Afterburner is about the same value of Alicia Dragoon, but then again, the whole package is worth a lot less, considering, like, it's a mismatched cartridge. The only way I could really fix this is to somehow, you know, get a repro cart, like, just a cut shell, custom label for Alicia Dragoon, custom artwork is... I'm just disappointed. Like, it's Afterburner. Like, I want to play some Afterburner. I love Ace Combat. I want Afterburner. That's disappointing. And speaking of disappointment, we have Search and Destroy. It's a really crap shooter game. I regret buying it. It is it was $1, which takes us up to $21.50. And this really is a masterclass on everything not to do in a shooter game. And I'm only partly joking when I say that. You can play this game and really quickly get an idea of what not to do to make a vertical scrolling shooter. Coming to something with a similar name, but much more excited to have, Seek and Destroy. This is a game where, even from childhood, I've been passing this game up. I've passed this game up more times than I can count. Because I thought that it was a crappy... It was just a crappy sort of like third party, you know, just like a budget game. It was made by Play It, which, as we know, is very hit or miss. You know, they did in Television Lives, but, you know, they did other stuff too, like Play It Pinball. And, you know, you look on the back, and once you get past the brilliant Distributed by Fantastic sticker, which I love, like, all the stickers on these are actually paper stickers, which are very interesting to see. Like, the same stuff that's made out of this price thing. But, yeah, so, you know, you play as this weird blue tank, and, like, it hypes up the action, all out, action, engage, destructive warfare, frantic battles, It just looks like, you know, some budget, dinky little tank game. And, you know, why it might be good. I've never bought it before, even when I have seen it at $1. And in fact, but, I recently saw Metal Jesus Rocks video on PS2 Hidden Gems. He did another one. I think this is like his third one, which is the video in which I actually discovered Britney's Dance Beat, which is, as we all know, one of my favorite games. I'm not saying that ironically or joking. In all seriousness, it's one of my favorites. Go watch my video on it if you haven't seen it. It's it's something. But yeah, Seek and Destroy is actually part of the Choro Q series, and I like the Choro Q series. I haven't done much of a deep dive into it. I've got what have I got over there? I got Penny Racers and Choro Q on the PS2, which are both part of the series. I've got Choro Q 1 and 2 on PS1, and I've got a Battleship Choro Q game on PS1. I also need to get the tank one on PS1, but this is actually a tank RPG. You're playing like a little cute chibi tanks, and it's an RPG. You can direct them in other places. They're characters. They talk to you. Yeah, it's not a turn-based RPG. Obviously, it's an action RPG, but yeah, it's a really interesting looking thing. And as soon as he made that video, supplies of this game dried up everywhere. Because people, I guess, wanted to try it. People knew that it was something to look past the Play It logo on, which is ironically covered on this copy. So yeah, but I was even considering buying a dingy, battered old manual-less copy from that had been sitting at a Aceman loan office near me for ages. But I didn't. I persevered, and I grabbed this boy. And I'm very glad I did. This is in very, very nice condition. It's got the manual. Everything's there. 50 cents paid. We'll call that 75 for easiness. So that brings us up to $22 all up. Very happy to have that one. Next we have Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion. I wanted to collect all the Jimmy Neutron games. This one had been sitting at $10 for quite a while, but now it's $6, which means I got it for $3. And so yeah, very happy to have that. I like the Jimmy Neutron. I like Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Negatron on the PC. That's one game I played with in my childhood. I wouldn't mind trying out the others. They've got a nice sense of humor, even if the gameplay can be a little Another game that's been very hard for me to find is the original Jimmy Neutron game, which is just called Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Unfortunately, Negatron was never made on the PS2, or like console in general, it was PC only. Every time I've ordered online the original Jimmy Neutron game, I get Attack of the Twonkies because they didn't read the freaking game when they bought it in. Which is unfortunate. And now the price of that one's gone up, so I missed my chance. I did actually order that game from Samuel Victor, Pixels Limited, on YouTube. And that was supposed to come with a number of games that he was doing in his Christmas time sale to help support someone. He has since dropped off the face of the earth. That packet, that $70 package, along with a bunch of other games, has never arrived. I've tried to get in contact with him in every conceivable way. I tried giving to his Patreon so I could send him a Patreon message. I've tried tweeting him, Facebooking him, emailing him because I had his email, YouTube commenting. Nothing's working. That guy's dropped off the face of the earth. I sent him a letter recently because I had to get his address to send him the bank transfer because he wanted a bank transfer instead of PayPal, which PayPal I would have had some recourse, but yeah, that money's gone. And that package was supposed to have the original Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius game. So hopefully Samuel Victor gets my letter and talks to me, and it turns out he has the tracking number, and I can either get my money back or get my parcel. But yeah. Jimmy Neutron Jet Fusion, very happy to have. Really cool stuff. They got dragons and stuff there, which not something you expect from Jet Fusion, but I still need that original Jimmy Neutron game. Yeah, unfortunately, Die Hard Trilogy, I also bought off him that day. That really hurt, man. I really wanted Die Hard Trilogy. Because I had it before, but it didn't work, so I sold it as not working. Okay, anyway, 2 games left. Let's not get too sidetracked. Dragon Rage 3DO, $4 paid, so that takes us to $25. This is $29 paid. And yeah, it's a game where you play as dragons. It says here features full 360D flight, loops, barrel rolls, and tricks, 40 unique enemies, next gen AI, 32 different dragon attacks. And it looks like you fight as dragons, like in a sort of medieval age with hot air balloons. It's a 3DO game. 3DO is the only company name on this game, which is very hit or miss. They made Godai, which is a game I don't really like, but they also have made some games that I do like. I can't think of them now, but I know I have. But yeah, 3DO as a company is a very hit or miss game maker. So yeah, it takes $29 for $4 paid for Dragon Rage on the PS2. And the last game we have is actually we had 25 cents before, so technically I'll call this $1. Call this $1, I guess, to an even 30 this week. Although I have sold some stuff, so I'm gonna quickly look that up in a moment when I put I put all the descriptions for how much sold, how much I've spent this year. That'll all be in the description, so yeah, just check that if you're interested for some reason. But Chicken Little on the PS2. I was really umming and ahhing about this. The movie is not particularly good. and you know, it was cheap, and I was going, I was really at the edge of my credit when I bought this. Buying these games this week actually emptied me of CEX credit. I've got more now because I traded in a PS2 and a bunch of stuff, but so I've got like $76 worth of credit now, so I'm good for credit for a while. Well, actually, I could probably burn through that in a week, but that's a whole other thing. But yeah. So Chicken Little, I was thinking, so I really want to stick in that. There's a movie license game in the edge of my credit. Do I really want to? So I was unsure about this. I looked on Metacritic, and it was mixed. It definitely had positive and negatives, but the positive reviews, especially the critic reviews and the user reviews, far outweighed the negative. So I thought it was worth giving at least a try at $1. So yeah, it's a Chicken Little game. There's actually multiple Chicken Little games. There's actually a sequel game. Despite the fact there's no movie, kind of the same as Incredibles, how they had Rise of the Underminer and all that. But yeah, interesting game. Yeah, $30. So yeah, that was the thingy of the thingy today. That was the pickups for this week. Just give a look at them there. So, which ones are your favorites? So I've forgotten your name. What's the guy who always credits, who always comments? No, I've got on a lot of comments this week. Actually, I might do a comment comeback. Acidonia 150. Yeah, you always give me a nice good comment on stuff I bought. So what's your opinion? If you know anyone know anything about Alicia Dragoon? Should I bother keeping it in the Afterburner case in the vain hope that maybe I'll get an Afterburner loose cartridge along the line somewhere? Should I try and recondition it into because I can buy relatively cheaply the artwork for Alicia Dragoon. Actually, the sticker, the label is a more difficult challenge, but like I can get the artwork and recondition that into a complete, well, not complete, but case and cart copy pretty easily. Or should I just get my $11 back? Is it not worth it? Is Alicia Dragoon a worthwhile game to bother playing? It felt quite awkward to play, what with its like sort of lightning weapon. Usually I like lightning weapons and stuff like Ratchet and Clank, you know, I mean, who doesn't like the Tesla coil and the plasma gun and all that good stuff, Ratchet and Clank, but yeah, what do you guys think of my haul? If I had to choose a favourite game out of getting it, probably not Search and Destroy, that was long. But Seek and Destroy, that's probably the favourite one I got today, because I've been looking out for that for so long, and it is a very cheap game. I really want to get to playing that. Good that I finally got Jimmy Neutron. Afterburner would have been my favourite, because of how rare it is to find console cartridge games at a decent price in Australia. It is, like, I can't underestimate enough. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 actually cartridge Mega Drive games. I got all but 2 of those games at the same time from the same place in an op shop. You don't find them often, and that's from all my years of collecting. I've been doing that since 2014, collecting those games. 2014. And that's how long it's taken me to amass that collection. 5 years and less than 10 games to show for it. But PS2, of course, you don't have that problem. So yeah, what'd you think of my haul, guys? Now, with the rest of VEDA, I'm thinking of actually doing a comment comeback episode, to borrow the name from I Hate Everything, the YouTuber. Because I've gotten a lot of comments recently on VEDA, which I'm very happy about, and I'd like to thank you all for. Thank you all for your engagement. It's very nice. I also got a pretty funny comment earlier today, so I might just do a comment comeback. It would just be me, reading my monitor here, speaking to the thing, because I don't have time to edit stuff. I got a lot closer last night to finishing the DM4 video. It's DM3 video. That's going to come. Now, one guy asked about that, but yeah. So yeah, actually, I think I'll do that right now. I'm gonna do that. Actually, no. I'm gonna put what I'll do. I'll put this up for like right now. I'll leave that up for now because it's nearly midday. I'll leave that up for a couple hours. See if I can't get any comments on this one. So yeah, screw it. Let's do that shit. Q&A announcement. Q&A right now. I'm dropping that. It's gonna be crappy because none of you are gonna have a chance. I'll put it quickly in the title. You got a question, I'll give an answer. or if you just want me to read your comment in a silly voice, just make me read something in a silly. I don't know. I'm gonna read your comments, people. Power to the people. Let's do it. So I'll see you guys on the next VEDA, which will be the next one released will be a comment comeback. After that, I've got a couple more I got to do. I want to pre-make a couple, but yeah, let's see how that goes. See you guys.